Now then, welcome to another episode of How to 9x Your Social Media, your one-stop shop to try and help take your brand from being known locally to being known nationally, taking it up a notch just by helping you create some consistent content for social media for free. Who am I? I'm Simon Scholes. I'm the founder and creative director of Perception Studios. We're an award-winning visual marketing agency based in the UK, and we help brands and businesses create content for social media that really helps them stand out, be it videos, animation, aerial work, photography, graphics, all sorts of different types of stuff. However, a few years ago, it became quite obvious to me that not every brand, not every business was in a position to spend money on a consistent basis. Because that's one of the most important things with social media is consistency. You have to be putting content out all the time. So what could I do to try and help those people put content out consistently so that they could grow an organic audience? So I sat down, I came up with a process. I called it How to 9x Your Social Media. I turned it into a former #1 book on Amazon, and you can get hold of that book still for free right now for another 2 days. So get hold of your copy right now. The link is in the section below. It starts costing money from August the 1st, so get hold of your copy right now. It's been free all the way through lockdown, so hopefully you've got your copy right now. The book will take you through the whole process that I take my customers, my clients, and everybody I possibly can do through to help them start producing content on a regular basis for free. So far I've taken you through videos about avatars, marketing plans, blogging, live videos, memes, all sorts of different types of things. The final stage in the whole process, which I'm going to talk to you about right now, but it's not the final video we're ever going to do by any stretch of the imagination, is podcasting. Podcasting is such a powerful tool for every brand right now. If you are not podcasting, you are really missing out on a huge potential, because podcasting, unlike any of the other content I've talked about, removes all friction. To read a blog, you have to sit down and read it. To watch a video, you have to sit down and watch it, and maybe sometimes have 10-15 minutes spare to watch the whole thing. Even if somebody cuts that video into short pieces of content, you're going to have to sit down and consume those short pieces of content. If somebody has created memes, you're going to have to scroll through social media to find them. A podcast is simple. If you've got a podcast app on your phone, which most phones do, you can set it to download the podcasts on a regular basis whenever anything new comes up on a particular channel that you enjoy listening to, and then you can listen to it anywhere. In the car, in the gym, mowing the lawn, cooking dinner, whatever you want to do. You could even say, hey Alexa, play the Simon Scholes Social Media podcast. And hopefully Alexa, if you've got one in your room, hasn't started doing that. But you could even do that. So podcasts are so frictionless for everybody to consume. And that's why I'm a huge advocate of podcasting. Even though I run a visual agency, one of the things I specialize in helping people get to doing is a podcast, because it is so simple to start. If you are already doing videos, you already have a podcast without even knowing it. The audio from this video right now, the audio from the video I am creating, will be taken off, and I will put it out as a podcast. And I will put it up onto my podcast channel, and then that will be distributed out to all the different podcast platforms that are available for me right now, and my audience is able to consume that content wherever they go. So don't assume just because you don't have all the right kit, just because you don't maybe have a microphone available or what have you, that you don't have the right stuff to do it. If you've got your phone and you're making videos on your phone, all you've got to do is strip the audio off that video. Take the MP3 off, you have a podcast. It doesn't need a fancy intro and outro. It's a nice to have, don't get me wrong, but you don't have to have these things. It's all about getting started and the value that you've got to give. And for a lot of people, they're waiting for that perfect moment, all that perfection, buying all that kit so that everything sounds great, and then going with it. And there's something to be said for that, but for most people, it's about actually getting started and progressing to that level anyway. So just get started. If you're building videos already on your phone, just strip the audio off and do it that way. If you don't do videos and you're absolutely adamant you don't want to do videos, then maybe the stage you need to be looking at is picking up your phone, turning on the voice note recorder and recording your podcasts that way. That's what I started out doing. In fact, what I started out doing was setting voice note recording going, getting in my car, putting it into a holster in front of me, then just driving, and then when an idea entered my head, talking about that idea and then putting that out as a podcast. I even called it In My Car. So it is so simple to do a podcast. You don't need loads of kit. It is a nice to have loads of kit, and don't get me wrong, it can make a huge difference to how the audio sounds, and audio is a big thing for people in the human psyche, the way the mind works. But as long as people can understand what you're saying and there's not so much background noise it's horrendous, it's nothing to worry about. For example, my last video that I put out, the microphone was sounding a little bit fuzzy, didn't sound great, but you could still hear what I was saying. You could still get the value from it. So did I sit down and re-record the video? Of course not, because one of my messages is perfection isn't important. So how would it seem if then I made sure that my content was perfect? That would be ridiculous. So no, I didn't. I didn't go off and record it again. I put it out because the value was there and people could get value from it. So hopefully you're going to get value from this piece of content right now. You're going to take your mindset away from perfection, but most importantly, you're going to realize how easy it is to start podcasting. So pick up your phone and start recording, because next Tuesday, when we do another one of these videos, I'm going to tell you exactly where you can put it and how you can get it out onto iTunes, Spotify, Google, and a whole host of other places. But until then, thank you very much for watching. If you've never caught any of the content before, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like, and hit the share as well. And I will catch you on Tuesday for another How to 9 Times Your Social Media video. But until then, in this current climate, still keep staying safe.